channel, Fundy Fortunes. I am Natalie, and I am here to do a general reading for all 12 signs of the Zodiac. So welcome, all you beautiful signs of the Zodiac in the universe. I have cleansed my cards for my reading for tomorrow with my Fundy rocks. One was an energy rock that was given to me by a client. She fished that out of the Fundy somewhere off one of our beaches here. And the other one came right off our beach, right in back of my house, just a bit away. That looks more like some kind of a skeletal thing it is, and there's quite the line of energy running through it. And it's like that, all the way through. It's an amazing rock. There's so many different amazing rocks down there, it's unbelievable. Anyway, you caught me shuffling, and what I'm doing is drawing one card into this deck for the end of the reading. This is what's called a catalyst card, and I still can't remember what other people call it. I like the other word better. Can't remember what it is. It's a good word, too. I like words. I like good words. Anyway, so I just thought I would shuffle these up first, and then cut them. Give a cut. What this card is, this is from it's simply called tarot. That's what it is. It's simply called tarot. There's the backs of the card right there. And all I'm doing here is drawing one card. This card will fit in with your overall reading for tomorrow. The 3 cards I've already drawn from the Oceanic deck. It's a beautiful deck. Of course, it's got to do with the ocean because I live on the Bay of Fundy, and that's the deck that I mainly use for Fundy Fortunes. Okay, so we'll just tuck that back over there. And that catalyst card comes from the deck called Simply the Tarot. It's an amazing deck. It's very beautiful. Okay, so I'll cut one more time. Pick the first card from the middle and flip it over. And it's the 9 of Wands. That's going to be our catalyst card. And we will read it out of that at the very end of it, and then we'll see how it affects the other cards for the day for tomorrow. So this is a general reading for all 12 signs of the Zodiac. For those lucky, if you're lucky enough to be here to get this. And this is for tomorrow's tarot for June the 10th. I'm stuck on the 9th for different reasons. All right, let's get to it. Let's see what the cards. We always have a hoot here, I find. Once I get going. Don't be so quick to shut me down. And excuse me ahead of time if I cough. I don't have a pause button on this online cam that I'm using. I can't cut it, and I can't sit at the end of the night and take a splitter and a trimmer to it and cut off the coughing fits. I swear I'm allergic. I'm going to sneeze now. I'm allergic or something. There must be dust that's being emitted from this. And excuse my eyes. I'm looking into getting to what they call as a pair of glasses. They're called computer glasses. My eyes have been affected badly lately, so my eyes may look like I'm drunk or stoned, but I'm not. Believe me, I don't drink, mainly because I can't, because drinking used to be fun, but not anymore. Anyway, the first card, and this has put a smile on my face because I'm really in the mood for this tonight. And to see this card come up, especially after the day I had. And I learned my lesson today. If you read the comments down below under the video from yesterday, I'm speaking with a viewer. And I just kind of touch on how the reading I did last night for today, and I said there'd be some stuff going down in the morning, maybe not so pleasant. And damn, if it didn't happen to me. I realized after everything was said and done, like, whoa, oh my. I just told everybody else in the world this last night that this was going to happen, and it happened to me. Anyway, it's a hoot and a half. I crack myself up. What can I say? Your very first card. This is beautiful for tomorrow. All signs of the Zodiac. I'll watch you guys all grin over this one. This is the most fantastic card anybody can ever have in a reading. Bar none. This is, ladies and gentlemen, the Wish card. The 9 of Cups. A wish. Look at the beautiful golden goblets. Look at that. This is a fantastic card. This wish card benefits from love, friendship, support on projects, harmony at home. All aspects of your life will be filled with contentment. What a beautiful word that is. Does not just say everything. Do not become smug, though. Share your enthusiasm and good fortune with others. I see a lot of socializing for you tomorrow as well. Advice of this card is perfectly placed to have your dreams come true. This card is perfectly placed to have your dreams come true. And the keywords that this card represents are happiness, love, support, harmony at home. Another gorgeous word. So delicious. Abundance. Now, how's that grab you? Don't any of you take off out of here yet. I get analytics and stuff like that on these videos. I know some of you don't stay maybe 6 minutes. I'm sorry, if you stick around, you'll probably find a reading like you've never seen on here before. I'm unique. Pat myself on the back. I'm just being me. Some people like that. Here's the first card. How much more can I give you in a reading? This card, the wish card. Stick around. Don't get bored. It's a nasty word, bored. Okay? The second one I picked is the death card. Not what you think it is. Transformation is the key word for this card. And there's so much stuff here, and the lighting here is so bad. There's no way. There's a wrecked ship there. Let me see. And I see a shark and other small fish. And I see what looks like nets hanging off the front and the back of this boat. This boat, I've seen this. I know what this is called. It'll come to me what kind of boat this is now. I know because somebody I know wanted one really bad at one time. A dory. This is a very large dory. And they are still used to this day for fishing, especially in this part of the world. We see them quite a bit. Okay. So, I didn't even read it, did I? Okay, here we go. A great change in your life. A transformation. You're to really get yourself ready for change. Maybe in a new job or new relationship. Even bad habits or habitual way of living will come to an end. Death clears the way. A new era beckons. The advice of this card, what will be, will be. Don't resist change that needs to happen. Embrace it. Do not resist the change. Embrace it. The key words are rebirth, ending, change, release, relief, and conclusions. Now, I'm going to assume right off the get-go here, before the nudges start coming in from the spirit guides, that these conclusions are conclusions that you wanted. I'm feeling that now. They are conclusions that you've been waiting for and wanting. Some things need to come to an end. And lo and behold, and praise the heavens, they are coming to an end for some of you tomorrow. And you will be happy about it. It is connected to your wish as well. Okay? Something you've been wishing for to end. I mean, does it not make sense? Complete, total sense. This is a good reading so far. This is wonderful. Because my intuitiveness, and because I'm an empath as well, I'm a very strong one, there's some major life changes that are happening. There's a corner you're turning tomorrow for some of you. You're turning a brand new corner. The third card and the last card of the Oceanic deck reading is the Eight of Wands. And this card represents travel. And there's your wands. The Eight of Wands. The keywords for this are communication, speed, news, motivation, action, excitement, and movement. The advice of this card is to breathe before saying yes to all offers. Choose carefully, and you will save time and energy. And that's wonderful. Communication, well, without a doubt, communication tomorrow. All this other stuff before this isn't going to happen without some form of communication going on. That's just common sense. And with the wish card, there's things that some of you have been wishing very, very hard for. And the empath in me is feeling almost an overwhelmed feeling that some of you have been waiting a very, very overwhelmingly long time. A wish that you've had in your heart and you have harbored in your heart. For some of you, it will be finally having the love of your life. You'll finally be together as one. For others, it'll be getting out of a situation and leaving what's left behind. And when you leave and you look back over your shoulder, you'll know that the past is truly gone and it's truly done. And you've waited so long. You know, for some, this could be a job. And I don't say just a job, because our jobs is where we spend, I would say, 75, 80% of our day is spent at work in one form or another. And we need a good balance at our jobs. I don't care what it look. I'll tell you, for me, and you'll hear me for those of you that are still here and haven't shut me down yet. I talk a bit about me, not because I like to talk about myself. I talk about me as a relation to all of you. All right? I worked from the time I was very, very young. My first job at 11 years old, and it was a job that men did. And I was forced to go there and do that, and I did that, and I did it well. And I received praise for it. As I grew older, I've done so many I've waited tables and ran my legs off till 3 o'clock in the morning. Long, hard days, tolerating drunks, and all kinds. It's just unbelievable. And I've worked as a chambermaid. I have gone in and cleaned 14 rooms a day, every day, and did that 6, 7, 8, 10, 11 days in a row. I worked in offices. I've done quite a lot. I even helped set up one of the largest circus tents in Canada called the Shriner Circus, and it is massive. They make the elephants look like toys on the inside. And myself and another female friend of mine went there for 3 days of work because that's all there was. And we needed the money. I needed the money because I was a single parent. I had to get my kids into school with new sneakers, whatnot. And I did stuff like that. I'm just saying there was 2 women and 600 men. And we were singled out for the hard work that we did. I know what hard work is. So when I say some of you, it's, just your job, it is not just. Okay, I'm going back to the card here. We need to find a balance at work where we look forward to going to work, no matter if you're scrubbing floors, waiting tables, setting circus tents. It doesn't matter if you're digging ditches, cutting brush. It doesn't matter if you're working with mentally ill, if you're a nurse or a doctor. It doesn't matter. Your job is your lifeline to the rest of your life, and it revolves around everything. So for those of you that have been miserable, and this has been your wish right here, and you see an opportunity, it's strong for some of you. Get thy ass out of there as fast as you can. All right? Get yourself out. This is your life. And your life is worth more than going into a place that makes you just stinking miserable from the minute you even think about going in every day. And the quitting bell can't ring fast enough. So you're one of these ones, and you're not stopping to be polite or sociable with your coworkers. You're just this white streak of vapor going out the building. You can't wait to get out of there. And you can't wait to go home. But the thing is, you carry all that with you. You carry that to bed with you every night because you know tomorrow you're going through it again. If your wish has been to blow that pop stand, then you need to do that. If you don't do it tomorrow, if tomorrow's not the day, it's something for you to work on. The spirit guides are pushing that very strongly through me right now. That's what I meant to tell you. All right? Any situation that is sucking the life right out of you and sucking you dry and making you downright miserable, places and people you need to be around and you have no control over, that it controls you. You need to make that change. You are one human, one soul, one entity. The time here on this planet is so short. We really, truly, truly have to step back and almost step outside ourselves and take an objective look at our lives as if we're somebody else looking in. It's just that simple. Okay, I'm going to read the Catalyst card because, I call it feeling the heat. I'm really feeling the heat here tonight. The empath in me and the spirit guides. The empath, I've got no more control over that than the spirit guides. That's the way it goes. Okay, so the Catalyst card was the Nine of Wands. I'll be honest with you right now, I can't even remember what the Nine of Wands means. I was into this when I was into my 20s, into reading cards. I was intuitive then, but when you get away from them, you forget. And I'm just getting back into them again. And my intuitiveness has grown and matured over the years, so I'm really happy about that. So I'm going to get the book out for Tarot. The card's called Tarot, not Thought Tarot, it's just Tarot. All right? And let's see. And I should have bookmarked this earlier for time's sake. We're going to go right into Wands. I think they're more at the back of the book, if I'm not mistaken. Swords. Wands, where are you? What's the color code? Green. Green. There they are. All right. The 9. Oh, there it is. First page. Look at that. There's karma. There's karma in action right there. The 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is the Lord of Strength. And it reminds us that being true to ourselves will release energies to help us to deal with whatever we find within. When it appears, we can be reassured that our inner strength will guide us toward our goals. Now, I just want you guys, do you see that? When it happens, we can be reassured that our inner strength will guide us toward our goals. So that's the word for tomorrow. I don't plan this. I don't even think about this word for tomorrow thing for anybody. Truth, it pops out. It starts to show itself over and over and over again. And that's spirit guide in action. That's spirit guide talking. That's what that is. So the word for tomorrow is your inner strength. All 12 signs of the Zodiac. Not a few of you, not a handful, not 95, not 5%. Right across the board, that's just good logical advice. Spirit guide is doing that. And spirit guide is sending that message very, very strongly right now. Your inner strength. And that's what's going to guide you. That's going to be forefront and center for a lot of you tomorrow because major, major, major life changes for tomorrow. I feel that strongly. I'm being nudged to tell you that and to say so. Okay? Some of you already have this planned. Some of you have been waiting so patiently. Some of you will be spur of the moment. Something will rattle you and shake you. Maybe someone in your family, somebody in your life, maybe there's a problem. There is a problem because that's what you're trying to move away from. That's what the wish card was all about. Something you've been waiting for so long. This has been sitting inside of you and it won't go away, and it's been festering and festering. There's a burning inside, a yearning that burns, and this change will come. Because you're going to find your inner strength. Because you're going to be the one that makes it so there's nobody else in this. I feel that. This is a single entity thing. You are alone in this. And nobody's going to see this coming. This is going to be freeing and releasing for you. I think one of the cards even said that. Absolutely. Absolutely freeing. And your inner strength. The inner strength. It's all right there. It's all, it's like the story of the Wizard of Oz. Right? When they all went for a brain, and the three of them, the brain, the heart, what was the other one? Courage. And just to find out before the Great Oz, that the Tin Man already had a heart. He was there all along. And the Cowardly Lion. You've got to love the Cowardly Lion in the Wizard of Oz. He's kind of a flaky, all over the place, and scared of his own shadow, terrified of everything and everybody. And he knew that that was a complete opposite of his makeup and what he was meant to do. Ah, the burning and the yearning was in him to be courageous and strong. He was there all along, and he couldn't fulfill his potential as the lion unless he showed bravery and strength and courage in the face of fear. That's what this is all about tomorrow, people. All my 12 beautiful souls of the Zodiac. That's what this is about tomorrow. And boys, you guys ever going to come out stronger for it. Please don't shy away from what is burning inside of you and what is yearning. Like the lion, okay? He had the courage the whole time. And the Tin Man had the heart the whole time. He cared for Dorothy and his fellow travelers. That's where it came from, because he had a heart. And then there was the Scarecrow who wanted the brains, and he's really one of the wisest of them all. He really was. Downright funny at times, with a sense of humor. But they had these things already, same as you. All 12 signs. There's no exceptions here. It's anybody watching this video. You have the inner strength. It's been there all along. But it's the passion of something you yearn for, to fulfill yourself, to fulfill your dreams, and what you feel is your place where you are supposed to be. Okay? There's that feeling, I'm not where I'm supposed to be. This is not what I envision for myself. I am not completely happy, and you can't be completely happy. Even in this world that appears to be so ugly at times and so frightening. Here's what we have to do for self-preservation. You can love and be concerned about all the current events going on in the world, but you have to build a secondary world. That secondary world is yours, and the reason you have to do that is for self-survival, no matter what. As long as you have integrity and you have inner strength and you have passion and you have love and you have even more compassion. Compassion is so important these days. You know what? I was in a grocery store this evening, and everybody's in a big rush. And we've had some really incredible weather that's unusual for here at this time of year. A lot of thunderstorms, dark clouds, real moody atmosphere. You know, it could be 3 in the afternoon, but looks like, just before dark. And I was in a grocery store, and there were all these people waiting. And I was just happy to be there. I didn't give a keep forgetting myself. It's YouTube. I'm not allowed to say 4-letter words. I didn't care that I was waiting in the lineup. I was happy to be there because it meant that I was buying food. I appreciate these things when they happen. I don't appreciate every little thing because then I'd be half crazy. I can't think of every little thing. But I can take deep breaths and go, you know what, I'm glad to be in this lineup. And I'm glad that I've got some money in my pocket that I can purchase this food to bring home. They had 2 checkouts on, 2 clerks, and about 6 other clerk stations with the belts, for lineups that were completely empty and not being used. And you could see some people were getting grumpy. And you couldn't even keep a straight line anymore. Now we're starting to turn. I started the lineup that kind of like turned around into another aisle and hoped that nobody would jump in front of me, that I would get there. I had 3 people in front of me putting groceries through. I was going to be the 4th one in this lineup. And there was a woman standing off to the side, an older woman, probably 25 years older than me, holding a basket with some goods in it, products, purchases. And then all of a sudden another clerk came and she opened up a 3rd till. And the woman with the basket said, "You go ahead, dear, you were here first." And I started to push my cart forward, and I smiled and said, "Thank you very much." And then I stopped and I said, "No, you know what? You go first." That's what I said. "Well, no, why would I do that? You were before me." I said, "You have 3 or 4 items in there. I have a cart with a lot more than 3 or 4 items. You're going to have a long wait for me, and you've been waiting as long as I have. Please go." And she absolutely refused. And then, well, I'm not a real quiet, reserved person, and I said very loudly, "I want you to go ahead of me right now, and I sincerely mean that." And people around me were starting to smile. And the lady smiled. She goes, but I don't. I said, no, you don't need to understand. You just need to go before me. I've had a really bizarre, hard, long day, and I need for something good to happen. So in order to do that, I've got to put out good karma. Please, my dear, go before me. And hopefully, I said, it'll come back to me somewhere before the day's over. And everybody was laughing, and there was all kinds of people, and everyone thought that was just the funniest thing. So we get in the lineup, and I've got my stuff up on the belt, and she's just paying for her goods. And then she says, oh, by the way, thank you very much, and I hope the good karma comes back for you. And I said to her, as long as these groceries are cheaper than what I think they're going to be, that's going to be enough karma for me. But you know what? The day ended well. But a little bit of compassion in a time of frustration can go a long way. And I smiled for the rest of the trip at the store, and I had to make another stop, and I smiled there. And I'm hoping the lady is home tonight, and she's having a nice cup of tea, curled up maybe somewhere watching television, and she's thinking about me and thinking such a simple thing. And I hope tomorrow she pays it forward. We just need to show compassion. Don't be afraid to have wishes. Don't be afraid of them at all. Don't be afraid to feel your passion. Don't be afraid to use your inner strength to get you this wish. Be strong. All right? I'm into 26 minutes and 20 seconds. And this is not a pulpit, this is YouTube. I get a little carried away when I'm feeling the vibrations and I'm feeling the intuition and I'm feeling spirit guides. And all I have left to say is, if you like my video, go down below and click like and share with Facebook, Twitter, Google Plus, and all them Facebook and FaceU and FaceTime and Face Off, whatever networking sites and media sites that you like to use. Share it with everybody. Why not? And please subscribe. My door is always open. If you just click the subscribe button, it's free and it notifies you of any other videos that I post via notification in your email. Simple as can be. And if you really like this and you want a one-on-one with me and a personal reading, I do that as well. All the information is found in the box below. To my website, www.bayoffundyfortunes.blogspot.ca. And my email's down below too. Please feel free to leave your comments and maybe click like as well. Okay, 27 minutes, 27 seconds. Now's the time to call it tonight because I could go on all day long. I'm not going to do that and bore the heck out of you. I'm glad for those of you that have stayed. Thank you so much. From my heart to yours, may your wishes and your dreams come true for tomorrow. Good night, everybody.